Hello there, this is Cookies. I've got turn 25 of EA Machaka, and we've got a few fights this turn, and we've got some misfortune and some luck. So let's go ahead and see these fights. It looks like the birding has begun from Berytos, using all those air gems I gave them. They get a commander snipe here. So it is winnable. Wow, I just stuck around for the whole time. But yeah, loses 12 Blackhawks, kills this PD. In Fogig, Moria goes ahead and attacks. Small mixed group of Fomorians and Elves and some Barbarians. Going after a little bit of PD. Alright. In Oak Woods, Niflheim continues taking stuff that's been allotted to them. In Ermithia, Berytos attacks Fomoria. And looks like he just finds PD. And this is the promise connecting Bergamum to his capital. So he's trying to regain control over this area. Knock the siege off of his capital. You can see he brought mage support. He brought his Draken. So this is a pretty serious commitment. He was looking for a fight. But looks like he's just gonna be chomping on some slingers. And then I go ahead and let's see. Moria moves into Kaz Dupar. So he's got these Fomorian warriors. Berytos does a little bit of a PD dump. Unfortunately, they're going to get back here to the commander. They kill the commander. There should be a second one, though, with this much PD. Probably a Barbarian Lord. I find him. Not sure. Can be really hard to identify them sometimes. Oh, they're both... Oh, he's dead. So everyone's dead. But it looks like Fomoria routed first, so they aren't going to route. That would explain why I couldn't find them. Alright. But did he actually win? He did not. So Fomoria won, but lost 7 Fomorian warriors. That'll leave him with about 17. Let's see how we do against that. So we bring in our counter raid. We've got lizards, we've got these spearmen. Fortunately, the archers are not helping. Alright, I think we killed their commander. Yep, that was an Icthid Lord. See how we actually did. Yeah, we end up winning. We do lose the Lizard Warriors and a few Lion Tribe and Rhino Clan. Yeah, this is probably pretty similar to how it actually played out. In Gifa, Moria goes ahead and attacks. They have some elves and some more Ichthids. But you've never seen so many Icthid warriors in a campaign before. but the geography of the map does prejudice itself pretty strongly to amphibious units. Kills that PD. And then we have an attack into Rubberhome. These are two mercenary companies being commanded by Femoria, killing some PD. Archers are lighting up the militia, though. They only kill one in the actual fight, though. Alright. So, how are we doing? Niflheim has taken Oak Woods. He has enough stuff here to take these two, which are the last two that we sold them in the peace deal, I think. So maybe it was just 7 provinces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we see Hinnom back off. And this is great news for us. So it means we're going to be able to re-garrison our fort, turn production back on. We don't have to evacuate stuff anymore. We have this little group. Now there's a tremendous amount of Fomorian stuff in the Berytos region. And there's an additional force here, which can probably sail. We do have a PD dump here, though, that might defend. And we still have our PD dump here and our PD dump here. But so we see this main army. So Berytos is going to go relieve the siege on his fortress in Berytos. We're going to go try to support that effort by taking World Pillar. We're supporting World Pillar, so we're sending our raiding force here. There's this group of Ichthys, there's this army here, and then he's got the mercs up here. So, yeah, I imagine this group's going to sail over to us. In terms of what's going on in diplomacy, Sarmatia. I think we were getting close to Sarmatia maybe joining. See, Vanheim is flat on territory. Femoria is up quite a bit. Lanka is also flat. And Zabalba and Sarmatia are flat. Okay. So, if any territory changed hands, it was in a fairly even way on the Western Front. Fomoria's income continues to spike up as their dominion spreads. And then their army size is also shooting up. So we're all hanging out down here, trying to bring down Femoria. Hinnom's still pretty strong. They still have a large number of Rephites. I just think the Rephites are eating population and causing a lot of unrest, and it's hurting Hinnom's income. So he's not able to scale as hard as his teammate right now. He's still extremely dangerous to us. Has an extremely good matchup against Machaka. So it's very important to try and get Sarmatia and Zabalba involved to force him back. And I think that's what's happening here, is maybe they ended a nap and he's having to come back home. And so yeah, now we're trying to drive out the Fomorian forces here, and we'll see how that goes. And I'm finally getting a little bit of research in, which is pretty nice. Although I'm moving a lot of my mages back over to here. I have a fair number of death gems, and I'm about to finish enchantment 4, which allows me to twice spawn. Because of the cedar pillars, I can twice spawn for 7 gems. And what that'll let me do is twice spawn all these guys and use them aggressively in combat against Hinnom. And then when they die, I'll get a white mage, which will be great. So working on things from that angle, because my income is not great. So anything I can do to make my income go further is really good. And so that's a good death gem sink for us at this point in the game, given our abysmal research for turn 25. And I think that's good for this one. And there's a pretty good likelihood that we have some sort of large battle in this area over the coming turn. So see you next turn. turn 26, and we'll see what happens. Have a good one.